So I just wanted to pop in and go live. I know I'm probably breaking every single marketing rule, but I wanted to share something that I'm really excited that we've been working on. Earlier this year, I went to the WBENC National Conference that was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I met with a ton of buyers from corporations and a lot of other women business owners like myself. And what I realized is I don't know if this is going to be a short window of time where diversity matters and corporations are looking for businesses like us, whether we are women, whether we are small, disadvantaged, whether we're minority. It's an opportunity right now for us. And for those of us that have certifications, then you may have an opportunity to get into some of the corporations that we haven't really had access to before. We do have these organizations that try to help us get into the corporations, which is a goal, but oftentimes maybe our finances aren't in order, or we don't have a cybersecurity policy, or all these things that corporations are looking for that we just might not be ready for. But right now, I had several conversations with major corporations that said, we're looking for businesses like you. We're moving you to the front of their line. We're kind of bending the rules on certain things that used to be requirements, and we're kind of ushering you through because you matter, because we need diverse perspectives, because we need to include you more into our ecosystem and not just say we include you in our ecosystem. So I'm really excited to share with you how I challenged my team to compile all these notes and put it in a way that's easy for business owners to understand and can also leverage it. So I'm sharing with you a replay page of the key takeaways from the conference. So if you remember Cliff Notes, it's kind of like Cliff Notes, but for days of content sessions and conversations that I had with buyers and other small business owners. I'm adding that. Let me show you. Super excited. So here's the page. I have a link that should be in the comments in the description. I will also post it. If you don't see the link, please tag me and I will post it so you have access to it. Here's the quick and dirty on the page. These are just quotes from major companies. Here's a replay with the presentation that I presented to my group of mastermind business owners that I work with. And I have timestamps. So if you want to see specifically where we're talking about financials, or we're talking about getting in the door, or we're talking about capability statements, you can literally skip to these timestamps. And the session is a little bit long. I think it was like 2.5 hours, but you don't have to watch 2.5 hours. Just skip the session that talks about basically what I learned at the show and key takeaways is only 49 minutes. The rest was just Q&A that's there, and I think it's valuable to learn from, but you don't have to watch it. So you can skip to the section that you care about. Here's a summary of everything, but here's the super awesome part. My team put together a list of corporate supplier diversity people. If there are corporations that have a supplier diversity program, then you will see these corporations. So you have ARP, Abbott, a bunch of different companies, American Express, and you have, whether it's WBENC or MNSDC, what certifications they belong to or organizations they're a member of, industry website, supplier diversity website, primary contact name, primary contact title, email, phone number, address, in case you send snail mail, and company descriptions. And some of them have products and services that they're buying. And I realized that I'm probably not sharing that. So let me fix that. I think I'm just sharing a Chrome tab. That's not working. This is what happens when you're live. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me pull it up in Excel. So this is basically a database of 1,200 corporations that my team put together and found the supplier diversity link. And some of the supplier diversity links are also just the purchasing vendor links, and you have access to that on this page. There's no opt-in. There's nothing that you have to give me in exchange for it. Let me share my computer. Oh, guess what? I can't do that. So what I'm going to have to do is you're just going to have to take my word for it. So it's an Excel spreadsheet, and it has all of this information in the Excel spreadsheet. So let me add a link because somebody said they don't see the link. Here is the link to the page. And because this is LinkedIn, I gotta actually go in LinkedIn. So I will post the link to the page, and you can get to the supplier diversity and all that fun stuff. Now, the other couple things on the page, let me just show you. See what happens. Okay, the other couple things on the page, this is just a networking partnership. So if you have, I'm big on partnerships. If you have a complementary business that may have access to your audience, you should be networking with them. So if I am somebody that does financial planning, and that's all I do, but then I have a friend or an associate or a colleague or somebody that's connected to me on LinkedIn, and they actually do attorneys. They're legal, but they're legal for small businesses, and I'm financial planning for small businesses. Then this is a great opportunity for you to say, this is what I do. This is the problem I solve. These are the clients that I work with, or the services and industries that I perform my services in. And these are who would be great partners. You also work with small business owners. Small business owners have reached a certain size in revenue, or they have X number of employees. So I think we're not leveraging, many of us don't leverage our connections and our partnerships as well. So that's just a spreadsheet. If you want to say, this is what I do, this is who I serve, these are the people I'm looking to partner with. Because if I only do HR, and I know that I'm doing HR for small business owners, and my accountant is incredible with saving me money on taxes, then why would I not add that value to my clients? I don't know. So it's a partnership spreadsheet. You can put your info in there. Canva template. So this is a Canva template that you can leverage for your own capability statement. You have to have a free Canva account, and then you can use the template. So if you want to use it, I have gone through so many iterations of my capability statement. It's not funny. You don't have to use it, but if you don't want to set it up, it just has sections, contact us, about us, my NAICS codes, anything we're certified for. Then it also has core competencies, bullet points. It's hard not to be wordy. I know, and it's hard to fit it all on one page, but keep in mind that if you can be concise, it's even better. So this is actually condensed from what it was, but I also have past performance, and I put results in there, or I put outcomes in there that would be relevant to that client. So you may have multiple capability statements. It's just a template. Oops. You couldn't see that. Oh, you could see that. Maybe you can't see that. So the other thing is, I don't think you can. Sorry, guys. The other thing is, in this tab will be corporate login and information tracker. So if you decide that you're going to register for these corporations, they all have their own portal. How do you keep track of that? And many of them ask for the same things. So they ask for, what's your DUNS number? What's your EIN? What's your address? Where's your W-9? Where's your capability statement? So this spreadsheet will allow you to kind of keep track of everything in one place. And it will also allow you to keep login and password. So if you have a VA or someone on your team, an administrative assistant, that's helping you fill out these portals, then they can easily find that information. It just helps me keep track of all the logins and all the information. I'm sure it's not the most secure, so I'm just going to say that if you have a cybersecurity policy, make sure this falls within that, because it's logins and passwords. So however you need to save that, but at least my short description, my long description, my keywords, services that I offer, NAICS codes, all of that stuff is in one place. Otherwise, it just makes it easier for me to find everything at one place. So this is the page that I'm actually giving you access to. There's no opt-in, there's no email. It's just all there for you. I'm also opening up my calendar for a limited amount of time for quick conversations. If you say, this is great, it's a lot of information, but oh my gosh, this is what I do. Did you talk to anybody that's buying that? Then there are tons of notes that I didn't get to put on the page, that I didn't get to put in the presentation, that while it's fresh in my head, I have no problem going through my notes and saying, oh, you know what? I talked to AT&T and this person said they needed that. Oh, you know what? I talked to Ford and this person said they needed that. So it's just more information and access for you. So if I have something that can help you grow your business, that's what I'm passionate about. How can I help you fill the gaps and make those gains and get you from where you are to where you want to be as quickly as possible with the least amount of stress and headaches? So if you can leverage my knowledge and my time at the show and the information and notes that I have, please do it. I will make sure. I got a couple messages that there's no link. There is a link in the description, but I will also make sure to repost it in the comments so you have this replay page. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.